This intro's gonna make me laugh. Hi, I'm Luke. So, that funky little vehicle in the photograph I just showed you is a kurkkumopo. Well, if you can even call it a vehicle, because it's actually a children's toy. I had this weird sort of fever dream where I had put like one of these engines in it, and this is a 50cc pocket bike engine. Well, the core of it doesn't have a carburetor on it or something. Doesn't even have piston rings or a clutch. Nowadays, those are a collector's item. And also, one of those pocket bike engines doesn't really move. Someone the size of me, even in a vehicle they're designed to work in. Now, this is a Chinese copy of a Honda design engine used on the monkey bikes and the well, it's a bit heavy. Originally designed for the Z50, I think. It is a 50cc engine. Very similar, well, basically identical to what I have on my pit bike, except that engine is a 110cc, and also the go-kart I've been building, also based on the same engine, except the go-kart engine is a semi-auto, basically a clutchless manual. And now this is an air tank of a truck, because heavy vehicles use pressurized air on their brakes and their suspension. However, if a tank leaks, it's not really much use. And as you can see, this one is quite a rusty one, so customer decided that, yeah, let's just change all the tanks on one go. So I took two of these that were going in the bin at work. Took two of them home with me so that I could build something similar to a kurkkumopo, but so that it would be more drivable as a small moped. So these two air tanks are no good as air tanks on a lorry anymore, because it's a piece of metal. Pretty rusty. So I was looking around on these and thinking, can these even be welded anymore, because they are so rusty? Well, it is pretty thick metal, so I'll be cutting off all the parts that have these on them, so the ends with the little end thingy, the water release valve. Christ. Yeah, I already have been slightly hammering away most of the rust from one of the tanks, which will be this one. But just to save some time, I'll just first cut off excess parts like the ends with the threads on them, and just to make a bottom part wide enough for the engine to fit, I'll be cutting, to begin with, just these, and then I'll hopefully weld them together, if they shall weld. Better change the disc. See, I think it still is quite shiny on the inside. Still about 2 millimeters thick, pretty much all around. Full of metal dust. And I could just weld it so. But I'll need to be cutting off, I mean, it would have some more room like this. I guess I'll just get a hammer and see if I can get rid of enough rust. Don't need a hammer apparently. Bit foggy in here. So the idea now is to draw a line around it. I reckon that's where it shall be. and then I'll be cutting the end from where it turns useless or something like that. Basically just slightly from this side of the line, so I still have some metal where it can sit against while I'm welding. Shit, ouch, ruined everything. I don't know. Where are we even? So there, maybe. Close. I like how the tanks aren't actually rusty on the inside. They're pretty good looking. It's like this all around. So I did some improving of the metal, cleaning and such. Off cam, because you've probably seen enough grinding and stuff, you know, it doesn't have to be the whole video, just me going on with an angle grinder. So now it shall be time. Is that clean? No. Let's just hope there'll be some sort of earth points, because I cleaned that as well. Let's just weld it together from a few points now. I'm not sure this is the best of welding machines anymore. Oh dear, burnt a hole in it. Then I nearly grabbed the hot part. Yes, what a brilliant idea. Decide to use rusty scrap metal as a like a base for your vehicle. But at least some of the seams look okay. I'm not saying it has to be like water or airtight, because I'll be cutting a great big hole in it anyway. Like many holes, because there'll have to be a hole for the exhaust. Somewhere where it takes air in, because I'm using an air-cooled engine, and also handlebars have to come through top. And I was also kind of thinking about building fuel tank into this, and that has to be fuel tight. well, it's welded somehow all around except for the part I'll be cutting out. Parts of it were brilliant, parts of it were parts of it were just sputtering and looks like bird shit. Or more me butt, as we say at work. We'll be going through the whole thing with an angle grinder just to make it less rusty so it can be eventually painted green. But I'd rather not use filler that much. Just saying. According to my measurements and calculations, this is going to be a tight fit. It does appear that the welds have mostly burnt through, so you can always do measurements, or you can always put the engine on and realise it won't fit yet. Yeah, the thing is, I'd rather have as much of this as possible, like pour those in my shoes. Yeah. Well, the good thing is I don't have any of those threaded holes on it anywhere, so it's quite smooth. Yeah. Will it hold my weight? Will this thingy hold my weight? Yes. Beats plastic, eh? So if I sit here, right on the edge, and my legs will be sort of here, it's just big enough, or long enough rather. I mean, I won't be using this handlebar, this is just something I had in the What if I just cut this? I mean, fucking looks like someone's welded it a couple of times already. Can you even see the engine? No. The exhaust looks rather sketchy, and I don't think it'll be sitting like so. This won't be the frame. I have some sturdier metal over there. Does look approximately as wide. So this will be interesting. Yes. Yeah. I reckon I will have to do some cutting. Some more cutting, yes. Maybe I'll have the sides just sort of peeking out. This is about 30 centimeters wide. Yeah. Maybe the next step should be to build the frame. What is it now? So here's some figuring out I've been doing, and I thought 22 is a good width for the frame. The engine sits nicely on there. I also figured out this fucker has an electrical starter, which is nice. And therefore 22, the handlebars sit in between nicely. Well, not the handlebars, but shit, the front forks, yes. And also the rear tyre appears to fit nicely, and you can also, well, there's a few gaps, but it needs those because it, as you can see currently, it doesn't have the sprocket and the brake disc on them. I mean, I could even go 25 if I want to, but that'll just mean I'll need more shimming. However, that the front sprocket sits nicely on the inside of the frame still, so shouldn't be any issues with the chain catching on the frame. So it's quite a good place to start. But anyway, I think I've done enough for the day, because sauna is warm and the battery is running low on my video camera. So I have been thinking, in fact I have been overthinking a lot about this project today. Thinking about the tyres, the brakes, how the engine sits. Pretty much overthinking. What I should do now is just have a frame to start building on. So let's build a frame. I guess it's less of a mistake to make it too long than too short, eh? So according to a little sticker I should have on my machine, I have adjusted it to weld 2mm thick steel. So let's hope we should be getting some decent welds now that I've adjusted it according to the manufacturer's specs. I'm going to call that decent. Well, of course, scrap metal is bent. Who would have known? Well, here's our frame. So as you can see, what I've already mentioned a few times, that it will be a tight fit. approximately 83 is the length of our body, and 1 meter. However, I do have one idea. 40. There. 40, yes. $68. 34, eh? Approximately 15 exactly, yes. I don't know, if I cut it approximately from here, in a sort of way, so I will have to be cutting room for these sides, and there will have to be a hole in the top for handlebars to pop out. I don't know, but that's just an idea. I think I've been thinking enough for an episode, and we do have, and I can always use leftover parts to fill in the holes to the point where you don't need to see any more coming out. But that's a problem for the next episode. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, like, share and subscribe. I will be back with this, hopefully, because I kind of feel motivated and I kind of want to have it at least rolling before I hide it with other non-rolling projects, like the little G right there next to. Now I've just depressed myself. Edit that out.